Welcome to the Bass Hole Podcast, the show where we talk bass fishing without the filters, the fluff, or the tournament politics. I'm your host, Bob from Bob's Bassin' and Stuff, and today we're tackling the hot button question of how do tournament weigh-ins affect bass survival compared to release on the spot, and why formats like Major League Fishing and kayak tournaments are changing the game. So what happens after weigh-in? A Connecticut study showed that 97% of largemouth and 92% of smallmouth were still alive 72 hours after weigh-in. That's a pretty good survival rate, but that was in cooler conditions. When the weather's warm and the fish are stressed in live wells, the mortality rate can drop significantly. One summer study showed a mortality rate of 75% within 6 days when fish were poorly released. In short, the conditions matter. With normal catch and release, catch it, unhook it, and let it go right there, the mortality rate is usually in the single digits, under 5%, especially if it's artificial lures and they're mouth hooked. Compare that to tournament weigh-ins where the survival range is 90+% in good conditions and much lower when the temperatures and the stress climb. That's the gap. Fish usually do better when you skip the live well ride and the weigh-in line. That's why new tournament formats are catching on. Major League Fishing has a catch, weigh, and immediate release format. Fish are weighed in the boat by an official, and then the angler has to release the fish right away. No live well, no stage. Kayak tournaments use catch, photo, and release. Anglers measure the fish, take a photo, and release it on the spot. Kayak tournaments are won by inches, not pounds. Both methods avoid the big killers, long live well time, and transport stress. So here's the bottom line. Traditional weigh-ins can work. Over 90% survival in good conditions. But spot release formats, like regular catch and release, the MLF, or kayak events, eliminate the stress of the live well and have a much higher survival rate. Now let me say, I'm not against tournament angling. I have friends that fish tournaments. I watch tournaments. I watch YouTubers that are fishing tournaments. And I think all of them are doing everything they can for the most part to protect the fish. But I've actually got into watching the kayak tournaments a lot more because I personally appreciate the catch and release. If you're running a club tourney, think about trying some different formats depending at least on the weather. Take a look at the CPR that the kayak tournaments use and try and avoid the stress that putting the fish in a live well and taking it to a weigh-in puts on the bass. Drop a comment, let me know what your feelings are on tournament weigh-ins and immediate catch and release. Subscribe for more no-holds-barred bass talk, and be a bass hole, just a responsible one. Thanks for tuning in.